think about what you want. What is it that you are really drawn to at the moment? What are you inspired by? What are you excited by? What is your big dream, or even the little shifts and changes that you're desiring? Have you got it? And now notice what thoughts drop in. Notice the questions. Notice the what ifs and the buts. Notice the stories that begin to weave themselves based on those thoughts and questions. Oftentimes, those thoughts, those questions, those stories are steeped with fear. They're often disguised quite nicely, so it takes us a while perhaps to understand and identify that they are fear in disguise. Oftentimes, we wonder how much work we will have to put in and how effortful it might be. And maybe we doubt our capacity or ability to achieve that level of next step input or output even. So think about what you want. Think about the thoughts that drop in once you feel into what you want and vision it and kind of bring it to life. And then let me tell you this. The what ifs and the buts and the stories that are sometimes overtaking us, you, me, all of us in our mind, sometimes we decide that that is the truth that we need to live our lives by. That it's true that I'm not strong enough, capable enough, able enough, educated enough, financially stable enough. It's true that because I failed last time, or because somebody out there said, you can't, or who do you think you are, or so on and so forth. Oftentimes we get stuck in and locked in to the thoughts and the beliefs and the stories that drop in once we start to allow ourselves to dream a little bigger, to aim a little higher. Let me tell you this, it does not have to be that way. Because what we tend to do is we say, okay, well, that's the truth. The thoughts, the ideas, the stories, the questions, that's the truth. So I'll just slip back into this space that is familiar to me, the systems that I know I can achieve, the way of living that I'm used to. And many of us don't see that as settling, and for you it may not be. But if we get really truthful with ourselves, oftentimes we discover, once we sort of dig deep, we discover that actually, because of the untrue thoughts and stories that are woven around the desire in the first place, we tend to believe that we have no choice. But here's the thing, and this may not be, you may not be hearing this for the first time. You may know this, but intellectually knowing something and actually putting it into practice or changing that false truth that's impacting on our existence right now is another story. So I'm telling you this, you don't have to settle just because your mind is telling you, or maybe somebody else is telling you, or a set of circumstances is indicating to you something or a certain set of truths. You do not have to settle. And furthermore, even though you may be petrified at the thought of stepping out, even though you may be filled with fear when you imagine yourself and vision yourself and project yourself into the actual environment and situation and the successful upgrade that you are coveting, even though you may be absolutely debilitated with fear. And fear, I don't care what anyone says out there, fear is real. We feel it in every cell of our body, and it is not nice at all. And it does have the capacity, if we allow it to to stop us and block us and keep us in the current situation that we're in that clearly we don't like. Okay. Now, let me also say that just because we've outgrown a situation or we want to reach for something more, we want to upgrade whatever it is that we've experienced, whatever it is that we've achieved in the past. We want to go better, we want to go higher, we want to do more. It's part of our nature. So never feel bad for that. Never feel as if you're ungrateful or as if you're never satisfied or you can't find contentment or fulfillment in your life. It's not like that at all. By your very nature, you are an evolutionary being. So it's absolutely normal to want bigger, better, more, whatever it is in your sphere that you're coveting. So the truth is, you don't have to settle. The truth is, even though you may be absolutely petrified and shaking in your boots when you think about your next steps, you can have what you want as long as you're desiring it from that pure, authentic place. And that's a whole other set of teachings that if you want to know more, drop me a message because I can point you in the right direction of where to look. But what I want to invite you into today is a free webinar that I'm going to be hosting middle of this week. I will put all of the information below. I won't give you times, dates, because wherever you are in the world, it's going to differ for you because we are a beautiful international community, which is so heartwarming for me. But this is a huge topic and it cannot be covered in a 5-minute video. So we're going to hang out for 60 minutes together. And don't worry if you see the time or the date and you feel like you can't join live. That's absolutely fine, because if you use the same link to register live, you will also receive the replay. So then you can catch up with it whenever you have the space and the time. So I'm going to take you deep into how to create the exact life that you want, even despite the debilitating fears. Whatever area of your life you're currently wanting more in, health, wellness, relationship, finance, business, career, living lifestyle, where you currently live in your life, whatever it is, we're going to really just unpack the myth that fear has to keep us stuck, and also that fear is a bad thing, because, you know, I'll let you into a little secret. Sometimes when fear shows up, it's an indication that we're on the right track, and I'll tell you more in the webinar. So do get in touch if you have comments or questions for me, just to say hi perhaps. Tell me where you are in the world. Tell me if you're ready to stop allowing fear to stop you and block you from getting to the life that you want. Comment below or send me a private message if you prefer, or just go straight to the link below, register for the free webinar, and I will see you on the other side. Today's a good day to handle this. It's not about dispelling it or combating it or quashing it. It's actually knowing how to handle our fear, because we're human beings, so we have emotions to deal with. So we're not saying that we are wrong to feel a certain way. What we're going to do is learn how to negotiate our way through our upgrades despite fear. I look forward to hearing from you. Comment below or send me a private message, and do check out that link and register your space. Until next time.